Hello and welcome to the transcription explanation of this design. In this video, I'm going to compare these two designs, which are actually the same thing done in the same exact script. This one is just stylized, and not even, well, it's pretty heavily stylized, but this is like cursive to type font. So this was done with the translator app, and this is my design for a forearm tattoo. So let's go ahead and get to that transcription and explanation. So, this script combines dots and lines on these four different stems to make consonants. So if we look at this shape here, this is a shallow divot stem, which is this one right here, because it is a arc or like a bite, like somebody took a bite out of the cookie of this word. So here we have it there as well. And it has two lines ending on it. This line here and this line here. So those two lines ending on that stem make it a W. So this is that W on this design. So as far as order of words and letters go, words are always read bottom counterclockwise. So the first letter is the one that either crosses the 6 o'clock position or is at the bottom, and then you read counterclockwise. And then we do the same thing for words in a typical sentence. But for a linear design like this, if we imagine an infinitely large circle and we were to go around that counterclockwise, starting at the bottom, you start at the bottom and just keep going to the right. So it would be left to right, which is why this is set up like this and is read like this. So let's go ahead and find our word circles in this design before I start getting more into the letter by letter. So here's one word circle, connects to this word circle, connects to this word circle, connects to this word circle, goes to this one, and then this one, and then this one, this one, this one, this one, and then this one. This one is pretty straightforward. It's just bottom counterclockwise. Yay. So let's go ahead and read it. Yay. So this is our first letter of our first word, that W. And then enclosed inside it is an E. So it's either on the line of the sentence circle or nestled inside that consonant stem, because E's are either inside the consonant stem or on the line of the word circle. They are never outside the word circle, and they're never on the line of a consonant stem. If it is outside the word circle, it starts to look like an A. A's are always outside the word circle. Even if they're attached to stem, they're outside that word circle. O's are always inside the word circle, or like a bead on a string, attached on the line of the consonant stem where it's inside the word circle. So yeah, those are the vowels, and they're the trickiest part of this script. So that's why this E is hanging out, kind of nestled inside this stem on the line of the word circle, just like that one. And then I have an apostrophe in my design, which is a parallel to a set of two lines, and it would connect up to the sentence circle. So if this had an apostrophe in it, which this app doesn't do apostrophes, it would have a double line connecting from here to here. And this doesn't have dots. There should be dots here. The apps have issues. They forget things, or you can't see them. I bet the dots are hidden underneath the E. Anyway, so 1, 2, 3 dots on a shallow divot makes it an R. So there's the R, my 3 dots on my R, and the 3 dots here are hidden by the E because, yay, translator apps. But anyway, R, and then my E is not attached because I have another word inside the spot I would put the E. So instead I put it just on the consonant circle line outside, like, the stem. So like that. And theirs is attached inside and interrupting their dots. Darn it. So W-E apostrophe R-E is our first word. Then our next word here, bottom word circle, is an A. There. And then we have a double line, which it tries to do, but it just turned into a thicker line on the app. Yay, apps. I'm not that big a fan of apps, by the way. I guess it's kind of explaining that as well. But anyway, we have a double L. 1, 2 lines on this this outer stem means it's a double, let me restart. So a double line means it's a double letter, and because these lines are the same thickness, it's the same letter twice. So this letter is a circle inside the word circle, and it's got 1, 2, 3 dots on it. So that makes it a double L. So a double L is all. And we could talk about this looking like an apostrophe, but I'm not gonna, because it only kind of looks like an apostrophe. It totally looks like an apostrophe. No, not an apostrophe. A quotation mark, which is a single line. But I originally had this line passing clean through this, except it wouldn't have worked out for the tattoo because it would be kind of too busy in this section. It would kind of blur out. So I erased the line where it passed behind the word circle, because if I erased it touching the stem, it would make it an N with the line on it. But if I erase it touching the word, then the only thing it could be misconstrued as is a quotation mark. which is fine in context. You wouldn't be looking for a quotation mark there anyway. So yeah, I made that choice. So it would work best as a tattoo. And word circles are pretty safe to end things on because they won't ever affect the letters. So there's a slight side tangent there about this little guy here, this being a decoration line that doesn't interfere with the letters. So A double L. Here's the A double L. Again, you can't really read this because it's trash. Maybe I shouldn't have put this here. Anyway, here we have our next word. Bottom of the word circles here. We have a stacked stem. So just like this being a stacked stem, this is also a stacked stem, except the lines are different thicknesses. We have a thin line and a thick line. This thin line has 1, 2, 3 lines ending on it, so that is an S. Just like this one has an S right here. 1, 2, 3 lines on that S. And then we have a thick line, which is the one we read second, because we read thin to thick if they're stacked stems like this. And this thick one has no modifiers, so that's a T, so there's the T on that one. And then we have an O. They attached their O. I didn't attach my O. I left it free and hanging out between our two stems. So O. And then we have another shallow divot with 3 dots, which this one, again, you can't see the dots because it's trash. But R, 1, 2, 3 dots on the R. I, line going towards the middle. So R's shallow divot, 3 dots. I's have line going towards the middle. E on the line of the word circle. So like that. And then an S, 1, 2, 3 lines on that S, just like this S. So there's our word stories. So that S has 3 lines on it. So S, T, O. We're going to pretend that R has dots. I, E, S. And then we have in, I, line going towards the middle, just like that guy. And then an N, 1 line ending on that N. N. And then THE. So their THE is done all stacked up. So THE, line I separated them out. So THE, and then E, N, D with 3 dots, and I made my dots kind of branch out around here, but this is still the stem they're closest to because this stem is all the way down here. So yeah, that's the END word. And then we have our next word here, bottom of the word circle. This is a J. Even though the line passes through it, it doesn't end on it, so it doesn't count. This looks like an H because it looks like that line ends on it there and that line ends on it there. But yay, no, that would be a P. Yay, translator apps. But anyway, J, U, because it goes outwards, away from the middle of the circle. So U is in the middle of that. So J, U, and then we have an S, 1, 2, 3 lines on the S, just like this S. And then a T with no lines ending on it, so just M, 1, 2, 3 lines on that M. Just like that M, 1, 2, 3 lines on that M, because M's have 3 lines on a circle inside the word circle. A, outside the word circle, just like that A. K has 2 dots. Can't see the dots on that K because it's trash. But 1, 2 dots on my K, and then an E at the end of that. So make, their E's in the middle of it. I, T. So here's an example of there's nothing at the bottom, so nothing is in the bottom half of the circle. So you have to go up until we hit our first letter, which is the I. So then a T, so it, IT. Then we have this thing, and this is one of the most confusing things in this design, I think, because this looks like it could be a period, it could be something with a quotation mark, because word circles with no letters on them are hard to tell that they're words, because they don't have letters on them, yay. But the word only has the letter A on a word circle. So this is our word circle because it's bigger, and this is a little A attached to that word circle. So again, word circles, the lines ending on don't mean anything except for maybe punctuation, which again, this maybe could look like an apostrophe, like this guy, but punctuation, man. If there's a random apostrophe, it's not like it's, not the word It's like apostrophe Yay, cursive. But again, I couldn't have those lines going over the top of it because it became too muddy and too hard to see the word, and it would just become a random egg attached to this guy. So yay, stylistic sacrifices that must be made for the sake of art. But if this were to be misread as something, it would have a random apostrophe on it here, yay. But yeah, swoopy lines are fun. So here's the word there it is on this guy, except it made it sends word circle the same size as stories because it makes sense to make the word the same size as stories because you're an AI. Yay. Anyway, so and then we have this word, bottom of the word circles here. G, one line ending on it. Just like this G. It tried to have, no, yeah, it did. It spread out. So there's the G-O, G-O, like G-O-O. Yeah, and it's fine. G, and then I'll have one O and a two O, so G-O-O, and then a D with 3 dots on it. You can kind of maybe see those dots there. So good, and then our last word here, bottom of the word circle, O, just like that O. N, one line on it. E at the end of that N. So an N-E. So as far as doubling up lines, these guys are close enough together they look like a double line. These guys are far enough apart that this looks like a vowel and this looks like an N plus context helps you with O and E. So yeah, that's that in a nutshell. I tried to talk a bit slower, be a bit more clear in this video, because I went pretty rambly in the last one, except this is an easy design to ramble on because I have weird stylistic flares. Yay! That end on the word circles and could look like apostrophes or periods. Yay! I mean, quotation marks. Nothing looks like a period, except for maybe that, because nothing has 4 lines on it, except for a word circle, which is a clue that this is a word circle. So I'm going on another tangent again. But no, we're W-E apostrophe R-E, W-E no apostrophe. This is a T because it doesn't have dots. E, so W-E-T-E. A double L. A L with a thick line maybe. And then S-T-O-R-I-E-S. S-T-O, that's, you can't tell the dot, so that's another T-I-E-S. Yay, misspelled stories. I-N-I-N, T-H-E, E-N-D, E-N-D, J-U-S-T, J-U-S-T, M-A-K-E, M-A-J-E, you can't tell that there's any dots on there, I-T, I-T, A, A, G-O-O-D, G-O-O-D, though the D, the dots are super hidden, O-N-E, O-N-E, yay. So yeah, that's that. I hope it makes a bit more sense. Bye.